is going on, governors? Chisgule here. And today, it is actually a historic moment. Perseverance will hopefully be landing on Mars. We're going to play some Infinite Galaxy as well. Let's chat in the war room. Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Chisgule Gaming here. This is going to be pretty exciting. This rover, which is actually, this is actually happening, actually landing on Mars. I mean, I know I play space game. Space game is fun. This rover is actually landing on Mars in, like, I don't know, the next hour or so. It's happening. Space Chisgule confirmed. I have a long sleeve shirt. It's certified for space. This is my space suit. Oh my gosh. We are literally going to watch the stream, which, like, this right over here, starting in 11 minutes, 47 seconds. Actual NASA, actual space. That'll be perfectly clear. I'm not sponsored by NASA. Nope. I do think it's pretty cool, though, that, you know, humanity is about to embark on this historic moment. Now, you know, you may be wondering, and I'm going to jump in game here real quick. Let's jump in game, right? So I got that feed right back over here. Once that kicks on, we'll show it. Why does this matter? Okay. This, by the way, is Infinite Galaxy, the game I've been playing recently and been very obsessed with. Space School, indeed. Very obsessed with. And in this game, you know, there's all kinds of stuff that you do. Building up your city, battling other players, exploring the galaxy. I mentioned the whole explore the galaxy thing, because one thing you do is you go to other planets, and you actually prospect, okay? You send a scout, and it checks out what's there. Literally, that thing I just did in this game is what the Mars rover is doing in real life. I just thought this was, like, so cool that all this is, like, really happening. So what exactly is this Mars rover supposed to be doing, in case you were wondering? The Mars rover is literally going to the most likely location where they might find signs that there may have been life at one point on Mars, and is trying to collect samples to prove it. So the Mars rover today is going to land. However, the next step is for it to go to these different locations and literally collect samples. And even NASA described it, well, maybe people interviewing NASA described it as, like, picking up samples and then pooping them out, because it doesn't, this rover doesn't hold on to the samples, it just collects them. So it goes through the dangerous terrain, it collects samples, drops them down on the ground, and another rover from another mission will go in and collect all the samples, okay? Then after that, those collected samples will be put into a canister that's sent into space, and then after that, it gets shot from space back to Earth, and then we get a look at it. Holy jeez. So it's kind of exciting, the whole thing. Now, allow me to take a quick moment to appreciate the members and moderators that are here with us today. Puddin' ROK, Cortex, hello. Spartan, EQ, Rachel, L Mac, Ankit, Sweet Tooth, hello. Tedster, Weebus. What's good, everybody? So I say we get a timer up here. We get the timer up on the clock for when this feed should activate. It's not long, by the way. It ain't long. Let's see here. We'll bump this up. We'll bump this up. Okay. Now let's see here. There we go. Let me just relocate this slightly. There we go. All right. This is when the feed kicks on. Whew. So let's actually play some Infinite Galaxy while we're waiting. Out of curiosity, in the chat, how many of you are already playing this game? Just kind of wondering. If you're playing, drop in the chat what nebula you're in. I am sponsored by the creators of Infinite Galaxy, yes. Let's send a few more scouts, shall we? Nebula 13. Nice. Very nice. Let's go over here. Yeah, sure. Prospect. Go. Justin. Thanks for the super chat. No words. Just the chat. Thank you. I appreciate you. You're striving for utopia in the top center of your nebula. Nice. Thanks, Justin. You haven't started yet? Well, if you wanted to play Infinite Galaxy, it's never too late. Link is in the description, or you can type !infinite to get a link to download, or !plays. It'll take you to my YouTube channel where I'm covering Infinite Galaxy. Speaking of which, let's go in real quick and get set up here. At least you never go broke. What? Really? Really? What a comment. And let's see here. Gone forever. Bye. All right. How do you join an alliance in this game? So the way that you join an alliance is from the alliance tab. Should be a list of them. Once you're in one, there's a ton of options available to you. Smashing the banhammer? Oh, yeah. I mean, you could leave one troll comment and then be banned forever if you want. Your call. Put an ROK. Thanks for the super. Appreciate it. Okay. Let's go, by the way, and use some of our energy in this game. For what it's worth, I'm in my star system here. Spending energy is really important. The value you get is through the roof. It's really good. How many backflips do I do each morning? One for each rally that hit Solimar City when he was being zeroed. My alliance's name is the Smash Squad. Alright. There we go. Pascal, how's it going? We're just playing a little bit of Infinite Galaxy right now, as we wait for the live stream to kick off for this Rover Landing in real life. iPad Pro is the best to use. Dude, I love the iPad Pro. It's very good. Is there an option to change server? Not to my knowledge. Oh, but sure. You can create a new account in a different server. Yes, that would be up over here. You go to your settings. Where? Yeah. I did this once before. Hold on. Hold on. Once before, I did switch. No, it's not there. Manage account? Is that where it is? This is not a Lilith game, no. Okay, I thought so. There it is. This is the menu I was looking for. This is where you can switch. You do a new game in a new spot. You don't know what to do in Infinite Galaxy? Oh man, where to begin? So in Infinite Galaxy, there's a couple things you'd start off with. One of those things is you're building up your spaceport. As you can see, I'm doing here. Another thing you gotta do is to go work on your tech. We're doing some research that I can speed up right now, actually. Queue up something else. Of course, there are speed ups in this game. You know how this goes. Can you chain an Infinite Galaxy? No, thank goodness. Thank goodness I will not have to spend outrageous amounts of hours chaining things in another video game. Not that I don't like it, but one game of that is enough for me for now. You collect crew in this game. Intimate Galaxy, whoa. I mean, I'm not gonna lie that this advisor's clothing is maybe a little more like Intimate Galaxy, I suppose. They wear some interesting stuff in space in the future, apparently. And of course, you build warships. 3 different classifications of warships. Cruisers, which are the biggest. Destroyers, mid-size. Frigates. Small, maneuverable. Weaker. Of course, there's a little bit of rock, paper, scissors going on here. Frigates are so small that they are very effective against destroyers. Oh, sorry. They are very effective against cruisers. Apologies. They're weaker against destroyers. Right? The destroyers are stronger against those little frigates. Not quite as good against the cruisers. The cruisers are really good against the mid-sized ship. You get the idea. Alright. Smash out some resources here. So in 30 seconds, this should start. Which is pretty exciting. At this point, you know, I don't have too many complaints about YouTube. But one thing YouTube does that drives me a little nutty sometimes is that if I set a live stream to start at, let's say, 2 o'clock, starting at like 1:59, it'll say like, coming up, right? Waiting for Chisgule. And it's like, no, that's a minute early. You're not waiting for me yet, but everybody thinks I'm always late. Because 1 minute before, it just says waiting for Chisgule. All right, let's see here. Oh, yeah. Okay, they're live. Here, hold on. That's live in NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, just in case you wanted me to read this for you. I mean, this is pretty cool. Obviously, they're doing their fair amount of social distancing here. Everybody's in masks. They don't have as many people crammed in here like they normally would. As soon as there's some action, we'll swap to it. The Infinite Galaxy War Room is OP. Yeah, dude, I need a war room for my Infinite Galaxy setup here. That I'll make it look like NASA's JPL, okay? Let's see if they're saying anything. No, they're not. Oh, they are. Yeah, okay. But they're not saying anything that I think we need to hear. It seems like sort of mission control stuff, you know? There's another feed that we've got set up over here that we might switch to. That fires up in about 13 minutes. The music is definitely not particularly loud. Oh yeah, a little bit of swearing in Alliance chat. Typical. Typical. So what they're doing right now is toggling through some of the displays. In case you were wondering. These are some of the displays in their control room. And, you know, I did a little bit of educating myself leading up to this. So that view that they just showed us, I think, is global satellites that have the potential to communicate with stuff that's in space. And the challenge is that you need a direct line from where you are to where you're trying to communicate to. So you have to have stations throughout the world so that when the Earth rotates and that view is blocked in one part of the world, you can pick up communication from another part of the world. It's kind of cool. Should I spend on Richard I? You know, should you spend is one question, and is Richard I good is another. If you saw my video, what, 2 days ago? Yesterday? Time is weird. Maybe it was yesterday. I put out my tier list. I think Richard I is very good. Wicked Kinks, thanks for subscribing to my Chisgule Plays channel. I appreciate it. You don't want to communicate with anything in space? Might bring aliens or something? Yeah. Yeah. I'm no astronaut, but there is a chance that we may find life in space. I'm no rocket scientist, but let me try to explain it anyways. You did KVK 1 and KVK 2. The rest of the time it changed was before 50 days. All right, let's keep smashing these space pirates. So, in case you're wondering, why else is this rover particularly important? If you were wondering. In fact, I'll ask the chat. Do you all know why this rover is important? What other science objectives does this rover have? Ooh, I like this question. I'll answer the next question in just a minute, but first, what are the other science objectives here? Echo, what's good, man? Good to see you, dude. We've got our clean feed, literally from NASA, right over here, cooking up in the background. Wearing my long sleeve shirt, which I've never worn on stream. This is my spacesuit, right? Apparently, it's my spacesuit. By the way, for those of you who haven't checked out Echo Gaming, if you're into simulation games, which, by the way, all of us are, Rock is a simulation game. Infinite Galaxy is a simulation game. You should check out Echo Gaming's channel. He's covering a whole bunch of cool games. Infinity Kingdom, State of Survival, and more. So to talk about those science objectives, they are looking for aliens. This is true. But the other major science objective is that there is a module on the rover to Mars, which, by the way, again, is landing like in the next 30 minutes, okay? 30 minutes? Hour? It's somewhere in there. And that rover is taking the atmosphere in Mars and creating oxygen. I want to make sure everybody understands how important that is. Okay, they are literally taking the Martian air and producing oxygen. Which you might think, oh, why is that important? I don't know, say, at some point colonizing Mars. Just throwing it out there. But not only that, there's more, actually. There's more. The initial step is apparently just to be able to produce fuel on Mars. To be able to send stuff back. That's kind of the more immediate goal. It's honestly amazing, the whole thing. Yeah, oxygen for fuel. KM got it. Right, like the... look, I'm no rocket scientist, okay? I'm just parroting back what I learned. How to find this music? This music is all over the place. Your choice of platform for music distribution will have stream beats. So this is what I think. This is a simulation of what the rover looks like when it's all packaged up on its way in. Right over here. From the atmosphere. I believe that this hits the atmosphere at 20,000 kilometers per hour, they said. Like, insanely fast. And when it lands, it will be going at 3 kilometers per hour. It's turning the CO2 into oxygen, yeah. I mean, this is a very important moment. As soon as I learned about this, I got more and more hyped about what was really happening. Not just in Space Game, which I do. I do love Space Game, not gonna lie. Infinite Galaxy is very fun. Now let's see here. If we swap to the feed that I think they're gonna be narrating, we got another 6 minutes before this feed kicks on. You want to see the sonic boom? So there's a ton of cameras on the rover and on the capsule. I guess that's gonna get some footage for us when it's on its way in. Did you see they updated the Achilles blueprints in the daily? No, tell me more, Spartan. What'd they change? Humanity does not deserve Mars. We already messed up Earth. That is exactly why we have to figure out how to go to Mars. That is exactly why we have to figure out how to go to Mars. Okay. $51 blueprints of the Achilles if you max purchase now. Is that in the daily special? Is it more than it was before? Oh, you get 51 instead of like 20. Yeah, it was really expensive before. That's cool. Oh god, I can just straight up buy warships? Oh my god. I've been doing my share of spending in Infinite Galaxy recently. So one thing we can do while we're waiting, also. Ooh. I did some prospecting over here. Nice. One thing we can do while we're waiting is we have a few events to knock out that I just haven't done. We'll go do a little bit of campaign over here. The Rover Landing. I believe, and maybe someone can go look this up for me, but I believe that the official festivities begin in like 5 minutes. In addition, by the way, there is a delay. There's a delay of when things have happened and when we find out that things have happened. Which is also pretty exciting. So the rover will have already landed and started to explore Mars. But the delay of the information back to the Earth is like 11 minutes or whatever. So it's a 7-minute landing, and only, I guess, after those 11 minutes have elapsed, do we know if it had worked or not. 12 minutes? Okay, there we go. Thank you, Jack. 12 minutes. Jeez. The 7-minute landing cycle, by the way, they call this 7 minutes of terror. This is what NASA calls the landing. The 7 minutes of terror. And that is because during that 7-minute window, they really don't know, A, if it's worked, and B, it's 100% operating on its own accord. So however this thing was programmed to work, like, it either works or it doesn't. Its programming was good or it isn't. There's nothing they can do. Literally nothing. They can't issue commands. It either works or it doesn't. Something to do with the speed of light. Dude, this mission is easy. I feel like I'm crushing this mission. Oh, no, wait. I'm about to have problems up over here. All right. Time is slower in space? Time is not slower. It's just that Mars is so far that even traveling at whatever speed the information travels at, it still takes a very long time. I'm no astrophysicist, but... All right, we're crushing this mission. Time is relative to gravity and the speed you're going at? Really? Okay. Get some more recruits in my fleet over here. Now you're missing the Big Bang Theory? No, I never got into that show, to be perfectly honest. Go stand outside and shout and see how long it takes for somebody a mile away to hear you. Oh boy. Apparently I should have done some more research here leading up to this. Did we win? We win. Victory. Crushed it. Fun fact, the faster you go, the longer your perception of time is. So the closer to light speed you are, the slower everything else feels. Alright, let's see what happens here. The new Federation sent us reinforcements. Cool. Only had 2 spaceships. That's... yeah, this isn't assistance. Good point. Okay, well. We gotta defeat a large Imperial fleet. I have to rally it? That's cool. Okay, rally up. Here we go. The official programming has begun here. This is the simulation of what it's going to look like when this thing lands. Pretty amazing. My understanding is that they had to separate it from the rest of the, I guess, propulsion system so that it wouldn't get damaged when it landed. And then they fly the rest of that propulsion system away. So it... I don't know, I guess if anything happens, it's not too close to the rover. You're skipping a lecture to watch this? Oh god, I don't know that watching me stream the Mars rover landing is worthy of, you know, skipping your classes. But hey, glad to have you here. Alright, let's switch it back to the other feed real quick. Einstein's theory of relativity. Google it, and you too can become a scientist. Do I now need to use the phrase, I'm not a scientist, but? In KVK 3, the kingdom with max tech will dominate. I mean, there's no way to get max tech in KVK Season 3, really. Like, I don't think you can get max tech in Heroic Anthem for a war camp. At least I haven't seen it done. Scientist buff? Yeah, somebody put that scientist title on me on Rise of Kingdoms, then I can say that I'm a scientist. All space science comes from Star Trek. I mean, beam me up. I'm in. Count me in. The KVK 3 tech system would work nice in Heroic Anthem as a replacement. I think it seems unlikely. A YouTube PhD. Yeah, I got my PhD on YouTube. I don't have a PhD, but you know what I mean. Did you know we will never be able to visit other galaxies with our current understanding of physics? Huh. Smash Squad R4 here. Hey, good to have you here, Brian. Expanse greater than Star Trek? I did really enjoy Expanse. That was a pretty sweet show. Why are you guys skipping your classes to watch a joke? Like, you realize that this is the actual NASA clean feed. Provided by NASA. Of the landing operation at JPL, the Jet Propulsion Lab. Which is considered the center of the universe. This is what they call it. This is actually happening right now. Cortex just banned them. See ya. Yeah, I guess so. You're skipping your classes because you hate school? Well, let me give you a couple reasons to stay in school. First of all, what you're watching right now, you can only participate in something like this, pretty sure, if you stay in school and get some good grades. I would attribute my ability to spend in mobile games, in no small part, to the fact that I got pretty solid grades in school. It's a great financial situation where that is okay for me. Staying in school is not a bad idea, people. Just gonna throw it out there. Alright, my rally's about to launch. Oh, it's flying. Is it really? Hold on. Where? Oh, fleet is rallying. Alright. You have an F in math? No time like the present to start working on that. School is rough, but it's worth the cost. All these flat earthers. Dude. Dude. Alright, here goes the rally. Cool. We watch it. You have an A+ in math. Very nice. It's worth it. Good grades are worth it. School is rough with lockdown. Now that I would believe. Yeah. You always aced math. But you didn't like it. That's fair. Following Chisgule, I got an A+ in rock. Oh, God. Ooh. Oh, good thing I got plenty of troops in this rally. Easy. That cinematic view, though. Not trying to brag, but you got a Master of Science in Electrical Engineering. Very nice. Very nice. Let's go knock this out. Events. More than that. Go. Uh-oh. They didn't shoot at all? They just hid behind us? What? Allies or not really allies? Oh, I got another battle. Okay, let's go. Defend the base. Cool. What's the name of my second channel? Chisgule Plays. Where's Mars? Where indeed. Where indeed. I can sort of switch here between the two feeds. Looks like they're just talking in Mission Control Center, though. Okay. Pretty sure that they'll put the landing up on the screen, the footage of it anyways, when we have that. You came for the rover? I mean, what is the exact time that the rover is landing? Today, some rock as well? We could certainly play some Rise of Kingdoms too, yeah. Reinforce here. Thank you for making all your professional grade guide videos. You're very welcome. Yeah, I haven't done my Wheel of Fortune yet in Rise of Kingdoms. I gotta finish up that universal wheel. That is the thing I need to do today. We're in Nebula 13, yeah. What's my favorite elite troop? What do you mean by elite troop? You mean like Legendary Commander in Rise of Kingdoms? What are the best Herald pairings for PvP? You know, Alex Herald is very popular, as is Charles Herald. No one is using Trajan in Canyon yet, no. I would consider using Trajan. I really would, if we had gotten him. We didn't, unfortunately. Richard Herald? Yeah, that totally works. Richard Herald is a fine combo. You're buying gear for streaming. What do you need? Well, if you're buying gear for live streaming, my recommendation would be to check the link I have in the description of this video for my full content creation kit. Literally, it'll include exactly what I used. Exactly what I used when I was starting out, and my advanced kit, which is what I'm using now. Archers, infantry, or cavalry? What's the best T4? So I think cavalry is a good unlock first, so that you can join rallies with cavalry for barbs. After that, it kind of, it's up to you. You'll do all of them. It'll happen pretty fast. Emily, welcome to the Honor Guard. I appreciate you. Oh, let's get those hype emojis welcoming Emily to the Honor Guard. I'll drop a few in there. Get that lined up. Boom. I got my space victories going on here. This is a long mission train here, like, holy jeez. Normally you just go smash something, it's done. Why did those two ships rush out front? Allies, please note the loot will be assigned equally. Don't plunder. I feel like this is a conversation I have when we're rallying cities at the end of KVK. This is like the same thing. Oh, yeah, and then people start attacking each other. Sure. Why not? Defeat the weak allies? Why did it take me to my own alliance headquarters? How does that make sense? Go? Okay, that makes more sense. Best free-to-play Cav combo? I mean, it... Okay, so Salad and William is the best combo. That's 2 legendaries. So if we're talking free-to-play, like only epics is what you mean by free-to-play, then I like Pelagius. I think that's a fine choice. I also really like Bybars. I also like Belisarius and Bybars together for carrying arcs. Chisgule joined my alien rally. Do we have a rally going? Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, I can join after this. Pelagius double C. Cav pair for the longest time. Yeah. I could see that. Someone's got the name Rover Perseverance. Lol. Lol. Let's see here. Let's look this up. Okay. Mission control. That feed is already started. Let's see here. Let's see what we can find. All right, they got some folks chatting about it. But there should be some footage we can see here. Let me see if I can find it. Head back to our space station. Smash something real quick. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. Live coverage of NASA Mars's 2020 Perseverance rover landing. I think it's the 2020 Perseverance because that's when it launched. It was a 6-month flight time. Makes this flight time look really quite short. So the programming is started. We've got a little bit of time, though, before it's going to hit atmosphere. Yeah, we have some time. All right. It looks like it's going to hit atmosphere at 12:48 PST. Touchdown at 12:55 PST. That's when that's happening. They need some speed ups for that rover. They do need some speed ups for the rover. Yes. The Perseverance rover needs some speed ups. Now, there was a question earlier I really wanted to answer, and I said I would get back to it, and I missed it. What was it? Does anyone remember what that was? It was a good one. Looking up, I can't find it. Jarvan, hello. You're saving up to Expertise Theodora and Zenobia? Yeah, they're really good. Best Elite T5? I would say France. France for sure. One of the best units. Alright, let's check out our event status here. Fend off these kids. It's time to share the loot. Yeah, I went through so many stages for this. We ended our relationship with the new Federation. That sounds bad. It's a double blessing. Alright. Cool. Whoa, that's a lot of loot. Hello, baby. Yes, please. Hang tight. Let's join this. Oh, I missed the rally. Alright. Free to play. It's very hard to expertise 2 commanders if you're a cav main. Right. It's hard to go for cavalry commanders if you do YSG and Alex. I get that. I definitely get that. Campaign complete. Yeah, let's go. Go to the next stage of this campaign. It looks like we have about an hour until the rover is landing. I thought it was sooner, but it looks like we got an hour. Alright, we're gonna stay focused on the Empire. It's like I'm in Star Wars suddenly. Alright. Now we get a whole bunch of rewards over here. Boom. What do we need to do? Get Command Center 20. Research Plasma Aggregation. 3 Wyvern class destroyers. I think I might be a ways away from that. Space Pirates level 20 or above. That I can do. There's better runes on Mars. I'm in. The science potential of exploring Mars is huge. Rover Landing is in about an hour. In fact, we can get a timer up for that. Let's get a little timer going. May as well here. Okay. We'll get this started. This is approximate. Okay. Let's see. That ain't right. Stop. Start the timer. You're only streaming the Yoda game or some rock after this. We might do some Rise of Kingdoms in a little bit. We might switch around. Should I use Constantine and Canyon? Yes, absolutely. Constantine is marvelous in Canyon. Absolutely fantastic. Let's see here. So that timer's not right. That's rather curious. What if I do this? I broke my timer. Alright. I give up on the timer. How good is Ethelfled? She's fantastic. Did they nerf the gold chests? You opened them and got nothing? No, I mean, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. When do you start using Mulan in your buff march? It's a fair question. I personally am not using Mulan yet. And I don't know that I ever will, because I have access to a lot of commanders. Yours is 5500? I mean, that's probably pretty close to being good enough to use. Right? You could make that 5511 at that point. Skip over the skill that's for experience to commanders. Speed up the landing. If you were to choose on a daily offer, Mulan or Mehmed, who would I choose? Does that assume you have all the other commanders' expertise? I would tell you go get Alexander the Great instead of both of those. Like, I have Mehmed and he's fine. But he also doesn't feel necessary compared to all the other options that I have. Mulan is solid. Maybe I guess I would steer you toward Mulan. Is Takeda good? Yes. Definitely. Definitely. While we go smash this pirate. Knock out a few missions here. I need to go to events. And this anxious battle. I need to go do this. What's the best bang for your buck for packs in Infinite Galaxy? That is a very good question. Let's answer it as soon as we're out of this event. As silly as it sounds, I like to look at the percentage of value as indicated in the upper left of every packet. I also, however, tend to focus my energy in the daily offers, weekly offers, and monthly offers. There's usually some pretty good value there. Am I strong enough to beat this mission? I suppose we'll find out. You're gonna try to get the 8 spot at least 3 times? Good luck. Constantine Alex is terrible? Are you sure about that? Constantine Alex should be pretty good. What happened to landing on Mars? It's on schedule. It's happening soon. Soon-ish. It's gonna be in about an hour from now. There we go. Get the ship that I wanted. The fastest way to get gold heads? Man. So, if you're spending, recharge events are insane. If you're not spending, still the holiday time frame where those recharge events show up, there is occasionally a gem-related event that if you max it out, you get a lot of goodies. You don't like the combo, it's weird. Alex is better with other commanders. Depends a lot on what you're trying to do. Oh, reinforcements. Hello. Smash this. I'll get some reinforcements of my own here. Hey, how's it going, Devils? Things are going well. We're just playing Infinite Galaxy. Mars Rover Landing going to be happening. Looks like it's in about an hour is when that'll be. Thank you. Channel's full of positive energy. I appreciate that. Minamoto is great for forts, yeah. Oh, is there more I need to do here? Oh no, I'm gonna lose the mission. I did not even see that was there. Oh man. Run. Run. Alex E-Song is good? Yes. Very. I use it personally. My money where my mouth is on that one. Oh my gosh, we might get here in time. Nice. Conquering Talents is solid for open field. Yeah, I like Buckler Shield a lot. Minus 9% counterattack damage taken is very good. It's very, very good. There we go. Victory. Dude, I've been sitting on this event for quite some time. Get that reward. Nice. Smashy, smashy. A few more pirates here. Guan Alex or Alex Esong? Guan Alex for sure. For sure, that's better. Silent Trial or Delayne's Amulet for an infantry march? It depends. Delayne's Amulet is really quite good for surviving. I like it a lot. Silent Trial is better for obviously disrupting what your opponent is doing. So if you think you want to disrupt what your opponent is doing by reducing their rage, that's a better choice. So an example like Richard and Alex. That's a good march, you could argue, to be more disruptive with what the opponent is doing because you're already so tanky. Good luck expertise in Guan. Well, once they add skill lock, thankfully you won't have to expertise him. Shout out to Kingdom 1831. Has the landing on Mars started? It looks like it's on its way to the planet, and it's landing there in about an hour. You love how many people are talking about Rock, but I'm playing Infinite Galaxy? I mean, you know, we've been playing Rise of Kingdoms for how many years now? It does not surprise me. So one other thing about this landing that's very significant on Mars, if you can believe it, the rover also has a drone inside of it. It's going to fly around. The significance of getting better at creating a drone that works in Mars's atmosphere is that, like, those drones can be used to move things around in the future, explore new areas. I mean, it's pretty significant. Nice. Repair this. Done. How long have I been playing Infinite Galaxy? About 2 weeks. Holy jeez. Look at this. Look at this weekly special. My gosh. Spartan, did you see this? This speed up pack level 3. The value it lists is really high. Good lord. My biggest problem right now, however, is resources. I don't know about you all. Resources are definitely the holdup for me. You find Infinite Galaxy to be complicated? I mean, any new game could be a little complicated at first. Is someone trying to hit me? Are they? I think I'm good. I think I'd see an alert. Breezy says it's easier than Rock. Spartan needs plasma. Yeah, there's so many resources needed. Speaking of which, I'm going to switch it up to a gathering ship. Save that. And send it out to go get some resources. It's either buy resource packs. So the thing I like about the farming in this game, I don't know if you notice how long these folks are farming for. They've been farming for over an hour, and they're still farming for another 3 hours. That is magical. Look in the Alliance tab. Looks like I'm okay. Shout out from Lost Kingdom 98. How's it going? Eli, how are you? Alliance event. Ooh. I should probably go to this event, huh? How far is this? Oh, jeez. I guess I'll go explore it first. Low spenders should have Richard, Esong, Alex, and Constantine expertise. I mean, you could play around with that a little bit. You can get hit while you're farming, yeah. Speaking of which, let's go and send out my gatherer. Actually, look at the galaxy here. Where do I want to go? Maybe off in this direction, one of these planets will be less populated. Maybe. Looks like there's already a lot of folks over here. Ooh, yeah. Nickel. That's what I want. Yep, that's the thing. Go get that. Yeah, I mean, someone could attack me, right? Like, I'm gathering from this asteroid, but I guess they could attack my gathering ship while it's out there. Please help. 4 24-hour speed ups, or 10 gold keys, or 3 level 5 reserves, or 80 level 4 pick 1 resource chests, or 2 legendary universal sculptures. This is from the King's Road event? Wait, what is the King's Road event? What is this King's Road event? What kingdom are you in? You have my attention. Oh, it's the returning player stuff. That's interesting. I think they would just get kills by attacking me. I don't think they get my resources. So, reserves, resources, legendary universals. I would pick the gold keys if you still need gold key commanders. Otherwise, I would go for the speed ups, or the legendary universal sculptures would be the play. That's how I would do that. Speaking of which, has any PvP action happened in this game? Oh yeah, I got a video coming out in a couple days with that. Yes, definitely. Definitely. Let's see here. I'm gonna go, actually, to a different scene. We'll go over here. And we'll jump into Rise of Kingdoms for a bit. All my gatherers are home. Obviously, we gotta fix this. I do not know what happened with Gecko and Lilith. No. Is Infinite Galaxy hard to start? No, I mean, it's pretty easy to get started. Farm, farm, farm. Yeah, no kidding. In a few minutes, we'll fire up the Wheel of Fortune. First, however, well, the way that I should spend my AP... The way that I should spend my AP is rallying forts, to be perfectly honest. But we've basically rallied, like, almost every fort off the face of this. I was gonna say Nebula, but I realized I mean Kingdom. Is Infinite Galaxy a mobile game? Yes. Yes. 5511 Alex, good for KVK2. Yeah, you could use that. You definitely could use that. Alright, one more. There we go. Is this my permanent job? Great channel. You know, what I'll say is that YouTubing is pretty volatile in the grand scheme of things. The goal is full-time content creation, though, yes. On a long-term basis. That would be ideal. You appreciate me? Thank you. We gotta verify we're not a robot here. Alright. Yeah, if you download Infinite Galaxy and then enter my code, you'll get some free stuff, which is pretty cool. Code Chisgule Gaming. Invest in Bitcoin? Oh, God. So many people invest in Bitcoin and they don't understand what Bitcoin, like, how it works. That's a risky thing to do. So while we're here, we gotta knock this out. The Reliance never smashes help. That's rough. We got a joke here. Hey, Chisgule, I got Hannibal Barca. As a free-to-play, every commander's important. Oh, God. What's going on? 1643 in the house. Chad is suggesting that I invest in GameStop. Oh, God. That's another thing where people should not have been investing if they didn't know what they were doing there. All I know is that you can farm Bitcoin. The term is mining Bitcoin, but that is true. I don't think it's very cost efficient to mine Bitcoin anymore. Westy, how's it going? Adjust my volume here. Dogecoin. I mean, pretty much anytime Elon Musk tweets about Dogecoin, its value goes up. So that's pretty wild. Bro, people need to understand what you're saying because investing is really tricky. Yeah. Look. Like, I'm no financial advisor, okay? I'm not a financial advisor, but I do prefer longer-term investments that are safer, not individual stocks. This is not to be confused with financial advice. It's just what I do. You should do a lot of research before you do anything. Your friend has over 30 miners and it's insane. Jeez. Litecoin? How long till the Mars rover lands? Less than 50 minutes. Chisgule is greater than Dave Ramsey. I'll say these universal sculptures are good. Nice. I'm investing in Chisgule. Oh, God. I'll point out that Chisgule Gaming is not technically an investment. Long-term capital gains gets taxed less. I don't know much about taxes, to be perfectly honest. Oh, but yes. Long-term gains... Yeah. Long-term capital gains over short-term capital gains do get taxed significantly less. That's right. Yeah. You gotta hold it for like a year. Something like that. When's the IPO of Chisgule Gaming? Oh, God. What do we got here? Speed ups? Training speed ups? Universal sculptures, good. Research speed ups are good. Franklin, how's it going? How long do I think Rock is going to last? I don't know. I'd like to think a really long time. Last I looked, Rise of Kingdoms is still ranked like a top 50 strategy game. How many universal sculptures am I sitting on? I was wondering what units was. We got a lot of universals saved up right now. To the point that I should probably go spend them. Some of them anyways. 1,592 universals. Thanks, Merlani. I appreciate that. How many gems do I need to save to spin to 100? Something like 76,000 for a specific commander wheel. Max Ramses? Actually, Ramses is a commander I would specifically not max, because I suspect I'll be able to get him from a Wheel of Fortune really soon. I mean, like, commanders that are actually on my short list would be Artemisia. She's on my short list. And also this dude, Leonidas. You know. Chest hair withstanding. It's actually pretty beast in the field. The problem is that it would be like a legit 700 sculptures on this dude, which is kind of a lot. However, the bigger problem for me is actually equipment. Actually. I mean, I have decent equipment. Like, I could make decent equipment for another Archer March. But at this point, my gear is so stacked for infantry. Like, I'm stacked up to have three infantry marches at this point, and 1 Archer March and 1 Cav March. That's just where my gear is. Chisgule coin to the moon. Oh, God. Right? Like, I have an Archer March. I have a Cavalry March worth of gear, which is not there. It's over here. Right? It's over here. And then I've got 1 Infantry March. I've got 2 Infantry Marches. Needs a little bit of love up over here. And down over here. I'm working on that. And then I have 3 Infantry Marches worth of gear. Yeah, I mean, I would take a first and a Mightiest Governor. Of course. Obviously. Okay. Let's keep spinning the wheel. Legend Ronnie is following in my steps. In what way? Let's spin this thing. I think realistically, I'm probably going to spin the Trajan wheel right after the patch, or maybe before the patch. I think it depends on the timing. I think they're shooting on time for 3.8. But I'll probably expertise Trajan. That's like... That feels like it's better. That feels like it's the better pick of all the choices. Failing in legendary gear procs? No kidding. Oh, that's how Legend Ronnie is following in my footsteps? Yeah, no kidding. That was pretty rough. That was pretty rough to watch. I was like, oh, I've been there. I've been there. I mean, I didn't maybe make 7 in a row that failed, but yeah, I've been there, man. I mean, technically, I had like 14 that failed in a row, but not all in one session. Do I think Trajan's buffs are better than Mulan's? I think so, yeah. They're so good they come with a downside. You think about it that way. I think the real question is, though, how good is the skill damage? That's the real question. You see one display together with my display. So what you're looking at right over here is the feed from NASA. We are going to watch the Rover Landing, but it's not happening this second. It is in the next 45 minutes. Rover Landing's in the next 45 minutes. So we've got that cooking up in the background. Oh, that's a good spin, by the way. All gold and gold heads. That's what I'm talking about. This is good. You need 5 fighting marches while having 5 gatherers out? I mean, I hear you on that. Let's collect this. Boom. So now how many legendary heads do I have? Let's get a look over here. What are we up to? 1,606. Let's freaking go, baby. How many times did you invest during the day for rock? Like, how much time do I play every day? Many hours. Yeah, Spartan. They're letting you pick the commander now in Mightiest Governor and Wheel of Fortune. You can pick any of the Mightiest Governor commanders that have happened up to this point in time. And that's what you get. Each individual chooses. So do you all want to figure out how good Trajan's skill damage is? Should we figure that out? Do you want to? We can figure that out right now, if you want. So here's the method to the madness. No city skin applied. No city skin. You guys need to keep me honest on the method, okay? You guys need to keep me on this method. We're gonna bring... What commander do I use? I guess I could just use Lohar. It's easy enough. There's not a lot of randomness in Lohar, is there? I just bring Lohar. No secondary. I guess he does some plus barb damage already, though. Which is a little awkward. Test it with City Keeper? I actually can't test it with City Keeper because he doesn't do any skill damage. I could use Khan. Although he has a boost. Yeah, he has a boost when there's less than 50%. Okay, that's fine. What else? What does he do? 30% more damage. No, I don't want to use Khan. We need a commander that does skill damage, that doesn't have a bunch of randomness. What about Guan? He's got a ton of damage factor. That's fine. Attack and march speed. Okay, I think Guan would be fine. Remember Guan? Yeah, Guan's fine. We'll use Guan. That's fine. And, should I use 100,000 troops? Oh, it can't be infantry, though. Son of a gun. To run this test, we can't do infantry. Because if we do infantry, it's going to mess things up when I use a different city skin. I guess I could do this with cavalry as the unit. This is so messed up. That might be the play, though. I'm just looking to see what other commander... Oh, Freddy. Easy. Easy. Freddy. He does a lot of skill damage. But he has a random heal. That could mess with things. I don't want that. Freddy's got a heal. That messes with our Juju. Most of these commanders boost their attack very significantly. Markswoman? Markswoman. Oh, God. How about Osman? He does a lot of skill damage. He seems reasonable, right? I could bring cavalry. 100,000? Well, I did that wrong. 100,000. Wait. Oh. Okay. That was confusing. 100,000 T4s. Okay. Let's just look at his skills real quick. and his talents. Just make sure there's nothing random here. Where you at, Osman? Okay. Yeah, this looks... This looks fine. He has Naked Rage. But that's fine. He enhances his additional skill damage a little bit already. He could get some extra rage. That could slightly mess up the results, actually. Son of a gun. We need the right commander to use here. What talents do I have over here? I'd have the same problem if I brought out my Guan. We might just consider it good enough. And say whatever. I'm making it too impractical. Feral nature messes with it. Yeah, it messes with the timing. Unfortunately. And Boudic is a peacekeeper. Pelagius could heal. That could mess with it too. It makes the results not clean. Mehmed? He also has a... I mean, he's boosting his own damage. I don't have any talents on him. That would work. That would actually not be the worst. There's no randomness otherwise. He already boosts his skill damage, but I think it's fine. Yeah, let's use Mehmed. That's easy. I think Mehmed will be fine. Alright, you see this level 22 barb? We're going to use this for our experiment. Here's our method, everybody. Here's our method. We are going to use Mehmed. Okay, I brought 1,000,000. 100,000. Cavalry. Okay, everybody ready for this? Here's the method. You have to tell me if this works. We attack this with 100,000 cavalry as a baseline. We look at the skill damage. Then, we boost our skill damage. Oh, wait. I can't do this. Because my Mehmed's not high enough level. It was close. Here's what I'm trying to do. Here's what I'm trying to do. I want to be able to boost my skill damage by 10%. I can do that with the city skin. I can do that with the accessory. And the reason I don't want to use infantry is that the city skin I'm going to use is going to give a debuff to infantry. Right over here. It's going to reduce my health, so I don't want to mess with the results. And the reason I'm not using a peacekeeper is because I don't want somebody who's already got like a bunch of plus damage. We could theoretically... Let's look at Edward. Will I get some value out of my Edward, finally? Increases the attack of archers. I mean, I guess that's fine. It's going to be the same every time. He already has a skill damage bonus. I guess that's fine, though. I guess that's fine. I guess this is fine. Okay, so let's try this then. What skills do I have on my Edward? Edward has random skills, though. So this is our talents. He's got random stuff that's going to mess it up. Use them with calves. Okay, that's fair. I'll just use them with calves. He loses all his bonus skill damage. Okay. That's fair. Edward with calves, everybody. Don't try this at home. Edward. Calves. The weirdest thing you've ever seen. So, let's talk through this before I do it. I hit this thing, right? I get a baseline. There's no randomness. All randomness has been removed. So we're going to see how much damage we do, right? Then we're going to put 10% extra skill damage on our march. We're going to see what it does, right? Then we're going to put 10% attack on our march. No, so we'll remove the skill damage, we'll add 10% attack, and we'll compare it. Does that sound good? What do you think of that? How can I get 10% attack from gear? Is there a good way to do that? I could get 11% archer attack. Just slap one piece of gear on there. Oh, no, this chest piece. Easy 10% right there. Easy. Does that sound good? Rover is in about 40 minutes. All right, chat, here we go. 100,000 calves. I think our method is good. Let's see how much damage we do here. And I brought 100,000 so that I would not just obliterate the barb. There's cav defense on that piece of gear. Oh yeah, I'm using cavalry. So I would need to have cavalry attack by 10%, not archer attack. Oh, God. Okay. Let's favorite that. Now let's switch over to skill damage. Yeah. No, I realized I was looking at archer gear. I need cavalry gear. Because I've mixed things up so much. Even I've confused myself. Okay. Switch it up. Okay. Edward. Okay, so I just boosted skill damage by 10%. So if we think 30% from Trajan is good, what does that even look like? Everybody's all hyped out about Trajan. Nobody knows what he actually does. You ready? Here we go. Use Centurion. Lol. How much does 10% extra skill damage do? That's a big number. Alright, run it home, buddy. Run it home. Okay. What was the difference? Here's the active skill. What did we do? Edward of Woodstock. Triggered all those abilities. Where's the actual attack? There's the buffs. I see the total amount of damage I did that turn. Oh, here it is. Here. 13,081. Somebody write it down. Oh, you could add a Sheeta to add 15% skill damage. Really? That's an interesting idea. Does he add other stats, though, is the problem? All right, let's write this number down. Thank you. Live stream chat, you wrote it in the chat. That's exactly what I wanted. 13,081. Thank you. Okay. Next up. 10%. What did 10% do? We look in the log. And? Okay. 13,871. All right, write it down, chat. Write that down for me, please. Okay. So for simplicity's sake, can we call it just 800 more damage total? I think so. We got 800 more damage. So if we multiply that by 3, that'd be what? 2,400 skill damage, right? That's a nice little boost. 2,400 skill damage as a percentage would be what? 2,400. We divide it here by the 1,000, or I guess 13,000. So even though it is a... Hey, Lucas, thanks for the super chat. So even though it is a 30% boost to skill damage, it would be about 18.5% damage more observed on the active skill only. Right? It says the skill damage buff is only plus 5%. Now that is a curiosity. That is a curiosity. Okay, live stream chat. I need your help again. I am confused. Help me out here. Edward. I have 5% skill damage here, right? Help me out here. I have 5% skill damage over here, right? Maybe it doesn't show the city effects? That could be. Now I need to boost my cav stats by 10%. And just compare. We're going to remove this. Okay. We need 10% of cav stats. Where can we get 10% cav attack? Is an interesting question. I know I can get 8% from over here. Then I need 2 more percent. There's health. Yeah, gloves are... That's damage to barbs. We're determining how good Trajan's abilities are. That's what we're up to right now. Those are defense stats. We need cav attack. Oh. Okay, I got it. I got it. We got this. We got this. Now I get 5% cav attack in a city skin. There we go. Okay. Now we hit this again. Right? And we compare. Where's my Edward at? Right, chat? Did I do this right? I think it shows the gear effect, but not the city skin effect. That must be it. Something's going on. All right. Are we ready? In fact, hold on. Hold on. When I battled the Barbarian Fort... Oh, I don't... Where's... here it is. Didn't I have the city skin on before? I did, and it doesn't show the buff. So the city skin buff, I guess, is not showing here. Kind of weird. City skin buffs go into troop buffs. Okay. Thank you. Winter sucks, thank you. I do have a Trajan on my other account. It is not a max first skill. And right now it's a 1-1-1-1, so that's not gonna... There's no way I could use that and get anywhere good. Okay, let's hit this dude, shall we? See what this looks like? 10% extra attack. I did that right. City skin, 5% attack. And by using this piece of gear, strangely enough, I get the 5% attack over there. So I think we got this. Here we go. We fire off an active skill, see what it does. We just compare these things, you know? Now, for some reason, Cortex is also battling a barb with his Edward. Oh, God. Okay. Back him off. So, in just a second, we'll get the report and we'll be able to compare. I guess I could have just taken out the barb at this point. So what's the difference? Ah, thank you, Sebastian, for taking the notes here. $1,381 with no buff. 13,081 with no buff. 13,871 with 10% skill damage. And 10% cav attack give it 13,685. But we also got boosted regular attack too. So over here, we're doing 2,092 damage. You can see on the first turn, we're not counterattacking, which is why we're doing half as much damage. So over here, 2,092 compared to over here, we did about 100 more damage per turn. Holy jeez. 100 damage a turn's a big deal, dudes. In conclusion, y'all are gonna love this. In conclusion, prove me wrong. In conclusion, Joan of Arc's buff is better. Tell me I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Am I wrong, though? Am I wrong? Chat, I'm asking. Is this assessment incorrect? Why is Joan's buff better? For archers, it's giving 30% attack instead of 30% skill damage. It gives 50 more rage on Joan of Arc. And it comes with no downside. Where would skill damage be better? Trajan has the defense stacks, though. I'm not saying Joan of Arc is a better commander than Trajan. I don't think that's true. I'm just suggesting that we really critically evaluate how much damage we're getting. right? Right. Now, what does this mean? Where do you think the plus skill damage is good? I already have the answer. When is buffing all your marches with plus skill damage going to be really good? When will it potentially beat out some of these other things? I just have a guess here, but I'm guessing. It's not rallies. Y'all are saying arc, but why mid-arc? Why? Where is the skill damage good? It's not necessarily a rally. I don't think it's a rally. It's not multiple troop types. It's a fair guess. It's not exactly swarms. AoE is the answer. I think it's AoE, right? The more skill damage you do, the more plus skill damage becomes valuable, right? People lose their mind over plus skill damage. It's worse than attack. Oh god, I just got taxed. Thanks, Cortex. But actually, it's good. He boosted our gathering speed. Yeah, it's AoE damage. The answer is definitely AoE damage is where that's good. Let me switch my city skin back for that sweet, sweet AP recovery. Cortex? That's a good one. That's a good one, actually. Oh my god. Cortex. So, let's go find something to rally. Just for giggles. Actually, for AP. Actually. Sure, level 4 is fine. So if I put my gear back real quick. Let's just fix this real quick. And we go, we put my gear back over here. So the skill damage skin is garbage. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Here's the thing. Here's why the skill damage skin is good. Because all 5 unit types, if you're open fielding, which I do, could be doing skill damage. All 5 unit types, all 3 unit types could be doing skill damage. I mean, I guess you could bring siege, but you're not. So the advantage of Saint's Halo is for infantry, archers, and cavalry. You're going to boost your skill damage on all of them. And if you're doing area of effect damage, I think you start to get more value from this. So that would be the point at which skill damage becomes really good. So what commanders is it really good for? As it turns out, a lot of commanders that I'm using. E-Song, it's really good. Right? Really good. Rover lands on Mars in 15 minutes, which is kind of exciting. It's really good for Guan, who I'm using. Does a lot of skill damage. It's okay for Alex. Not really, though. It's just so-so on Alex. He does have skill damage. It's really good on... Let's see, who else am I using? William. He does have AoE damage, and he has 2 skills that do skill damage. So AoE damage is one area where it's good. Another area where it's good is commanders that do multiple forms of skill damage. Cyrus is another really good example of that. However, Nebu is another really good commander with a lot of skill damage. It would be really good on a commander like Leonidas, who does AoE skill damage. Crux of it is pointing out that Saint's Halo is kind of like 4% attack for all troop types. Yes. That's not far off, you know? That's about right. So if we look at my Canyon lineup, we just get a look at my marches that I have in here. Using a city skin like that, if I took this and I said, this is what I'm going to use in Ark of Osiris, which is not what I'm going to use, but whatever. You get the idea. A commander like Charles Martel obviously benefits not at all, and you'd be much better with attack. But the Herald benefits a lot. The Ethel William, oh, they love this. The Constantine Joan gets no benefit. Attack is just easier to work with. Guan Alex would be fine. Isong Nebu would be pretty good. Artemisia is very good for free-to-play, sure. If you're going archers. If you're going archers. So I'm just looking in at the footage here, by the way. It's Rover Landing. On its way. Pretty cool. They're in the control room, getting ready. I want to see the footage of this thing flying, though. I want to see the footage from the rover. Let's see what they're... So they're talking in this other feed here about kind of what's going to happen. We certainly could go watch this. This looks like kind of like a backup control room. Anyways. All right. Can't wait for them to freak out. Yeah, no kidding. How far out are we? We are less than 15 minutes away. Elon Musk has a Dogecoin on the rover. Lol. How much money would it take to get T5 in the first day of a kingdom? That's a really good question. You'd have to gem everything. You would have to gem literally everything. You'd run out of speed ups, but you could just gem it. Oh my god. But you could do it. You could day one T5 if you wanted. I think you forgot on your video where you said who you have to be upgraded to add Leonidas. I think Leonidas is actually pretty good. Test it, Chisgule, T5 in one day. I think 10k would be low, actually. I mean, I think you would spend maybe 20k, honestly. We can zero ruse. He's gone for 2 days. That seems reasonable. So wait a minute. We got to thread the needle, chat. Chat, we have to thread the needle. On Trajan. Is this buff good or bad? Is this a good buff or a bad buff? I guess we could look at the expertise version of it. Bad. Debuff self is never going to be meta. You think Mulan's buffs are better? Life is good, Lucky Charms. It's good, but how many Attila Takedos are in your murder ball? Yeah. How many times will that buff land on your friends until it's a Cicada and give you no benefit whatsoever? That's very fair. If I'm not mistaken, these buffs might prioritize your own marches first. Why invest in a commander that debuffs? You would invest in this commander if you think the rest of his kit is better than the other commanders. And his kit is very good. I mean, let's just... We've already done enough Trajan videos, but... I mean, it does have a damage factor. Above and beyond, like, you know, Joan, there's no damage factor. There's literal 0. I know it's only 400, I know. You got 40% of defensive stats over here. That's pretty good. What else do we got? 10% troop capacity, another 300 damage factor if you bring mixed troops. You increase the damage taken to the target by 20%. That seems good. What else do we have? Stacking defense. It's starting. Let's see if we can listen in here.
The interface.
All right, let's see what they're up to.
Okay, so now the vehicle's on its own. It's turning itself in the direction of facing the heat shield toward Mars, and will eventually hitting the top of the atmosphere. We're not far away. This is going to go.
So
very
it's
quickly.
soon going to be hitting the top of the atmosphere. It's just sort of reorienting itself right now. I mean, it's pretty exciting. If I look at the list of things that are about to happen. It looks like... Okay, hold on. So step 1 is cruise stage separation. Then there's atmospheric entry, peak heating, peak deceleration, parachute deployment. I mean, here, hold on. The heat shield separates, radar lock, terrain, navigation, back shell separation, powered descent, rover separation, and then done. We're about 9 minutes out. Pretty cool. Wow. So it's about 2,000 miles from the landing site. Closing by about a mile a second. Jeez. Maybe faster. Oh yeah. The timer's right behind me. Hold on. I should move me here. Since apparently I'm blocking the timer. There we go. Boop. All better. Atmospheric entry in 7 minutes, 20 seconds. Way more simple than a launch sequence? Man, I don't even know. When are we planning to speed up our restart projects? T5 archers? Good question. Cortex is already surrounding Ruse. That's promising. Are you going on rock when this is done? To be determined what we'll do. People were saying the music is loud, but it's pretty well balanced with my voice, I think. Do you think it'll discover anything significant within the first few hours of touchdown? Probably not. They're gonna swarm Mars. I mean, so what happens here? So, over the course of the next month, there's several science objectives that I think they're working on. One is to start to collect samples. The rover can collect a sample, then drop it off in a capsule that like later gets picked up. Another is to release the drone and have the drone fly around successfully and to prove that we can do that in the Martian atmosphere. Westy says aliens. Yes and no. The intent of getting samples is in part to determine if there was at some point life on Mars. Another science objective, by the way, is to convert the Martian atmosphere into oxygen, to create oxygen from the atmosphere, which is such a big deal. Like, I can't even. It's such a big deal. How is that capsule going to stay in place? I mean, it's not really going anywhere. Like, it's not like somebody's going to go and pick up the thing off the Martian surface. Let me just scoop that sample up real quick. Glad you're okay. Stay strong and positive. Thank you. I'm chilling. I'm having a great time. We're going to watch this thing land on Mars, or I suppose just listen to them talk about it.
Interference continues to report heartbeat counts, indicating everything is nominal.
Okay.
They're saying everything is nominal, so proceeding as planned. I do live in the US. Is it true that half of your dead troops return after KVK? It's only for Heroic Anthem. We can certainly pause the music when the atmospheric entry happens and listen to what they're saying on the NASA side. I mean, that seems pretty reasonable to me, don't you think? It's a fake? Oh, God. What do I think of the Greatest Glory accessory? I mean, I certainly think it is better than a Delane's amulet. Oh, gosh. We got some flat Earth theories here. Hilarious. I should start a free-to-play account? Lol. If only I had the time for that. How long till it lands? The atmospheric entry is over here. After that, it's about 7 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. 7 minutes? Yes. The 7 minutes of terror. You think it's better than the Horn of Fury? I mean, the Horn of Fury is inconsistent, but fantastic. Square Earth theory? Oh, God. You need popcorn? Yes, indeed. When did I surpass 100,000 subs? We haven't had the party yet. I know, we're overdue. I know. If the Earth is round, then why can't you go around the rock map? Checkmate for round Earthers. What are the odds that there are aliens? Oval Earth theory. Oh my gosh. Y'all are killing me. It is not already landed. I've moved myself to the other side of the screen. Atmospheric entry is in 2 minutes. And no, I am not paid by NASA. I just am a gamer who thinks this is kind of cool. Alright, just a dude who thinks this is really cool. And significant for humanity, because it really is. Extremely significant for humanity. By the way. Square Earth is the only Earth. Oh, God. All right, let's turn off the music. Let's see what NASA's saying. We can listen to what they're thinking, what they're saying. I guess not what they're thinking. That'd be some sweet technology. It's totally silent.
1 minute from entry interface.
1 minute. You don't know why this is significant, but it's entertaining. Okay, so this is a step to figuring out if there's other life in the universe. This is a step toward understanding if we can create a rover that can...
confirmation that the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter is now relaying data from Perseverance. We're about 30 seconds from entry interface.
We're getting data from Perseverance, sorry.
2 kilometers per second and is about 190 kilometers altitude above the surface of Mars.
Dude, this is it. This is where it happens, by the way. Sorry, hold on. We gotta watch this. I mean, we're about to enter the most hype moment.
5.3 kilometers per second and an altitude of about 150 kilometers from the surface of Mars.
So you can see the instruments, I guess, right over here.
We have confirmation of entry interface. Perseverance is currently going 5.3 kilometers per second at an altitude of about 120 kilometers from the surface of Mars.
120 kilometers to go. Oh, wow. I mean, that altitude, it's still going really fast.
Now waiting until it begins feeling the atmosphere of Mars slow it down. Once there is enough atmosphere, it will start controlling its path to the landing target.
So I don't know if you understand how significant that is. It determines its own landing spot.
Navigation is also confirming that we can see a little bit of that slowdown of the atmosphere on the Perseverance entry capsule. Our current velocity is about 5.36 kilometers per second and an altitude of about 67 kilometers from the surface.
We are probably seeing MRO plasma blackout at this point.
You realize that at this point there's basically, I would think, nothing they can do. So this either works or it doesn't.
The vehicle should be doing its turns right now.
MRO has lost lock.
Perseverance. We have indications that Perseverance is now performing bank reversals in the atmosphere. These are the steps in order to control its distance to the landing target. Perseverance has just passed through the point of maximum deceleration and has indicated that it felt approximately 10 Earth G's of deceleration.
Chris, thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. Good morning.
Yes.
So what it's going to do, by the way...
We saw a small outage
I'm just listening.
of the UHF telemetry from Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter during that peak heating phase, likely caused by the plasma blackout. Perseverance is still continuing to perform bank reversals in the atmosphere to control its distance to the landing target.
You guys want me to turn up the sound?
Perseverance is going about 1 kilometers per second at an altitude of about 16 kilometers from the surface of Mars. We have entered heading alignment.
Can you hear it okay?
Which means Perseverance is no longer trying to control the distance to Mars, but to the target on Mars, but instead is flying straight to the target.
Okay, so it's flying straight in. That's exciting. The guy in front of the NASA terminal is playing rock. This is real life space game right over here. Sound is good now? Okay, good.
Our current velocity is about 500 150 meters per second at an altitude of about 15 kilometers from the surface.
Oh my gosh, the moment you hope somebody didn't miscalculate the 1 or forget to carry it.
We are
Yeah.
coming upon the straighten up. We are starting the straighten up and fly right maneuver, where the spacecraft will jettison the entry balance masses in preparation for parachute deploy and to roll over to give the radar a better look at the ground.
So at this point, we've passed peak heating.
The navigation has confirmed that the parachute has deployed, and we are seeing significant deceleration in the velocity. Our current velocity
Parachute
is
deployed.
440 meters per second at an altitude of about 12 kilometers from the surface of Mars.
This is a big deal.
Perseverance is now slowed to subsonic speeds, and the heat shield has been separated. This allows
Wow,
both
heat
the
shield's
radar and the
separated
camera
already.
to get their first look at the surface. Current velocity is 145 meters per second at an altitude of about 9.5 kilometers above the surface.
They have no control now. We can only watch. Yeah. There's nothing that anyone can do.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Perseverance now has
Somebody's
radar lock
excited
on
in
the
the
ground.
background.
Current velocity is about 100 meters per second, 6.6 kilometers of the surface of Mars. Perseverance is continuing to descend on the parachute. We are coming up on the initialization of terrain relative navigation and subsequently the priming of the landing engines. Our current velocity is about 90 meters per second at an altitude of 4.2 kilometers.
So what they're showing is a simulation of what it would look like when it lands. And they
We
are
have confirmation
capturing
that the lander
footage.
vision system has produced a valid solution and part of terrain relative navigation.
So it uses radar to figure
We
out
have
exactly
timing of the
where
landing
it's going
engines.
in the terrain. Like, so it's, you know, they have a rough idea of where it's going to go, but it figures out itself exactly where
Current
it's going to go.
velocity is 83 meters per second at about 2.6 kilometers from the surface of Mars. We have confirmation that the back shell has separated.
Wow.
We are currently performing the divert maneuver. Current velocity is about 75 meters per second at an altitude of about a kilometer off the
It's
surface
descending
of
to the
Mars.
surface.
TRN Safety Bravo.
We have completed our terrain relative navigation. Current speed is about 30 meters per second, altitude of about 300 meters off the surface of Mars. We have started our constant velocity accordion, which means we are conducting the sky crane, about to conduct the sky crane maneuver.
We've lost direct to Earth tones.
As expected. As expected.
Sky crane maneuver has started, about 20 meters off the surface.
20 meters from the surface. Wow. In order to prevent the rover from getting damaged, I think they separate it from the piece that's bringing it to the surface.
We're getting signals from MRO.
UHF is good.
Touchdown confirmed. Perseverance
Wow.
on the surface of Mars.
Wow.
To begin seeking the sands of past life.
That's a big deal, everybody. That's a big deal. Got there.
At this point, the descent stage has flown away to a safe distance. Perseverance is
Wow.
continuing to transmit direct through Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter to Earth.
Wow. This is a big deal. I wonder at what point we start to get some of the photos. First flag in Kingsland. That's such a big deal.
Oh,
MRO reports they're still getting telemetry from the lander.
All right, all stations.
we got it.
Touchdown
We're there.
confirmed.
Dude, someone sounds so relieved. Do you hear that?
Wow.
This is so exciting. The team is beside themselves. It's so surreal. Stay tuned. We might get some pictures.
Yeah, so pictures is what I'm curious to see. What photos take 28 minutes to arrive? Okay.
So much has been riding on this.
Speech?
Yeah,
Speech.
we just heard
Speech.
the news that
Speech.
Perseverance is alive on the surface of Mars.
It's not
Flight, we have seen the completion of EDL 3000.
copy activity. That is as expected.
All right. I'm gonna put the music back on. We'll jump back in game, and then as soon as they've got some photos here, we can check out the photos when they happen. Let's get the music back, but first, adjust my volume again so I don't totally crush the sound here. Pick a song that'll start out a little quiet. There we go. Aliens confirmed. Unfortunately, that won't happen for quite some time. So what happens? What happens next with the rover, by the way? Can I spin the wheel again? Oh my gosh. So with the rover, Creepy R. Kelly, thanks for the super chat. I got $5 more if you admit flat Earth is real. Someone says they're showing a picture. I don't think that they are right now. I mean, well, you see what I see, which is right over here. It's still the control room that we're looking at. Oh, no, they have a picture. Holy jeez. Dude. They're showing images. Okay. Space be like, whoa. Whoa. I think the funniest joke I heard today was the square Earth theory. That was a pretty good one. That is not a thing, by the way. Why is it in black and white? I don't know, man. They just sent that picture how many miles? It's not like it's like Wi-Fi. So let me Bluetooth this back home. Why did it take a picture of that? So there should be a ton of pictures that this thing just took. There should be pictures on its way in. And now that it's here, I mean, it's got multiple cameras on the front of it. It's black and white because the battle report expired. Hilarious. Need better Wi-Fi on Mars. Oh yeah, Mars doesn't have 5G. Most space pictures are colorized later on Earth. Is that so? Huh. Do I have any other jokes? Not saved up, no. I guess I should save a couple up, huh? So, they should be able to get some really good resolution with the camera, by the way. This is pretty cool. The technology they have on the rover is remarkable. It would be pretty funny if they had like a... Just drop a Dogecoin meme right in there. Or an Elon Musk face right in there. Okay. I'm gonna jump back in game here. Pretty cool. I mean, they got a bunch of pictures up on there now, huh? The rover's almost the size of a sedan. Yeah, it's big. I mean, should we listen to what they're saying? Maybe we should. Let's see what they're saying. Hold on. I thought that we had gotten through the exciting stuff, but it looks like there's actually a lot to talk about still. Hold on. Let's get the volume back.
On Mars.
It's amazing to have Perseverance join Curiosity on Mars, and what a just a credit.
Curiosity
to the
is the previous rover
just what an
that went to
amazing
Mars.
team to work through all the adversity that goes and all the challenges that go with landing a rover on Mars, plus the challenges of COVID, and just an amazing accomplishment.
And what does this mean for NASA and its future plans?
So for robotic exploration, every time we execute a mission with new instruments, we discover new things and things we never thought we would discover. So that always informs our future robotic missions, both landers, rovers, and orbiters.
So they have a sense of what they're going to find, but they don't know.
On it. One of the cool things is the Ingenuity helicopter. It's an experiment on this mission. But if it's successful, we can use it as an science observation platform by putting instruments on it, and also use it as a scout for future rover missions.
He literally said scout.
And then just the entry, descent, and landing
right?
capability.
So they got the helicopter that can
allow
operate
us to
as a
land
sgot.
More and more larger,
They gotta clear the
ambitious
battle
robots
fog
on the surface of Mars. And then for human exploration, we have the Mars Entry, Descent, and Landing Instrumentation, which is going to give us EDL information. We have the Mars Environmental Dynamics Analyzer. It's going to give us properties, size and properties of dust particles, because when
they researched T5 finally.
Dust. This is just an incredible mission because of the science and the technology, and then caching samples for a Mars sample return mission.
Right.
That will be an amazing mission, the first round trip to Mars and back, and
That's
bring
a big
those
deal.
samples cached by Perseverance back to Earth to examine with state-of-the-art
So step one,
equipment in our laboratories here on Earth.
get a sample round trip. Step
so
two,
much to
basically a
look forward
robot
to.
to do a round trip.
And we
Step
also
two
have
is humans
student
do
question
a round
coming
trip,
in from
right?
Landon. Let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Landon Applegate. I'm in 6th grade, and I'm going to Academy for Academic Excellence. And my question is, do you think we could get resources from Mars to help on future missions, or even as like a launching point?
Kids know you need resources.
Great question, Landon. Actually, we have an experiment.
And NASA
called
says
the
it's a great question,
The Mars
so-
Oxygen In Situ Resource Utilization Experiment, or MOXIE, and it's going to demonstrate
MOXIE is what we were
generating
talking about
oxygen from
earlier.
atmospheric CO2.
There you go.
And
CO2 to
that
oxygen.
could help
That's what we talked about.
Generate breathable oxygen, and even if we can liquefy it, oxidizer for propulsion systems.
That's
So
what I
a
was saying
tech demo
earlier.
on Perseverance.
Except he says it much
And
better than
then
I
we're
do.
going to continue to characterize the frozen water on and below the surface of Mars, and eventually try to figure out how to extract that water from the Martian soil, or what we call regolith. And then we can use that for potable water, and also break it down into oxygen and hydrogen for rocket fuel. So absolutely, we're going to
Rocket
try
fuel,
to
boom.
eventually figure out
I
how to
did
live
mention
off
that
the
earlier.
land to support human missions to Mars.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to us today, Steve.
Thank you.
And now that Perseverance has
Let's see the
safely
photos.
touched down on Mars, let's learn more about what's in store for the rover. Joining us now is Surface Mission Manager Jessica Samuels. Jessica, your surface operations team has now taken over. What are they doing now?
Yes. Hi, Raquel. We are so excited here in the Surface Mission Support area. The team will do a handover with the Entry, Descent, and Landing team and pass any critical information. And then this team behind us will be the team that does the health and safety assessments daily as we progress on this mission.
And what do the upcoming weeks
Health and safety.
look
So they're
like for
referring to
your
the
team?
health of the robot,
So
obviously.
as we enter
Or I guess
Mars
rover.
time now, the commanding team will be working overnight while the rover is asleep so that we can perform the initial checkouts of our key rover functions and our science instruments. And we have to do this all in time for the regularly scheduled communication pass, which happens in the morning.
So
And
what I think
we
they're
will be
saying here
working
is that
around the clock making sure that
due to their
Perseverance
inability,
is
I guess, to
healthy,
communicate
and we will begin
with the rover at a certain time of day.
Can you tell me what's it like
Then
living on Mars time?
A couple things.
It's a little bit like constantly
They are manually operating
flying
the
and
rover.
changing your time zone. The rover,
When they can't manually operate it,
on
it is
Earth, the rover
sleeping,
wakes up at
so
the
it's
same
not
time
doing
every
anything.
day, but on Earth, that's 40 minutes later. So the team is going to be shifting our work schedule by 40 minutes as we come into work over the next few weeks. So it'll be exciting.
Right, the day-night
and,
cycles are off sync and separate further
nights,
apart.
But we're also excited. And
Someone saying, "Is she crying?"
can't
I
wait.
would be if I had worked on this and it actually was successful.
We also
Holy
have
jeez!
a student
This, by the
question
way,
for
is the
you.
culmination of a
This
10-year
is
effort.
Sophia's
So
video.
this is a big deal. It took 10 years
Hi,
to get to
my name
here.
is Sophia Lopez, and my question for NASA is, how's Perseverance gonna survive? And here's a drawing that I made from Perseverance
This is awesome.
thinking about Earth. Thank you.
This is amazing.
Well, Sophia, Perseverance survives with a power source that charges its batteries overnight.
It has a
while
nuclear
sleeps,
power supply,
and it keeps
if I'm not
heaters,
mistaken.
on so that all of our critical electronics can stay warm, as well as our mechanism. But it's really survived by the team that performs the health and safety assessments every day and communicates with the rover and makes sure that she's doing okay.
Well, thanks
New
for your
leak
time,
is out.
Jessica, and
Next
good luck
cavalry
living on
commander is a
Mars time.
Martian.
Thank you.
Lol.
Should be fun.
Let's head back to Marina as she gives us a sneak peek into the future at JPL.
Okay.
Thanks so much, Raquel.
Cool.
It's definitely bustling.
The future, it's cool, but I don't know that we need to focus in too much on that. As cool as that is, that's something I will probably watch later. Let me turn that volume back down, get some music going. All right. To discover a new civilization for Rise of Kingdoms? Oh my god. Ooh, ship's finished. Hello, baby. I gotta make some more of these. Boom, 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 boom. How long till they're mining Bitcoin on Mars? Stop it. You know you don't physically mine Bitcoin? Just pointing that out. When will the Smash Squad migrate to Mars? What kingdom number would that be? Would you number that based on planets from the sun? The 3D model of the rover is super cool. Yeah. Oh yeah. Madagascar. Oh my god. My friends, I think I'm gonna head out for now. It's been a lot of fun hanging out and watching this rover land with you. Playing some games along the way. We played Infinite Galaxy. You can download this game using the link in the description. Use code Chisgule Gaming, all one word, all lowercase. Get us some free stuff in game. Huge thank you to the developers for creating that code and for giving me the opportunity to work with them. I am a sponsored content creator for Infinite Galaxy. I also am a sponsored content creator for Rise of Kingdoms. If you want to check out Rise of Kingdoms, well, you know where to find my videos. Until next time, my friends. You have fun. Smash in your nebula. Smash in your, what? Landing? Mars landing? Crushed it. See y'all later.